Hello, Taurus. Happy January 2020. This is your video. I hope you guys got to look at the Chinese zodiac video that I did. I really enjoyed doing that and seeing, what animal you were and what it meant for the year. I want to do like the next time I do one, I want to do it not really based on the year, but more on the animal and then other little fun details. I don't want to say it until I do it. All right, because I like to be the first to do it or just do it my own way. And yeah. All right, I have a bad habit of saying it. I just want to do it. So, all right, so let's get started with what the moons we're going to look into, okay? So January 10th is a full moon, and it happens at 11:21. And this is Pacific time that I'm using in all my videos because I'm in the Pacific time zone. So you got to check your time zone. It's going to be 20 degrees and 0 minutes. So you can have your meditation if you're doing a meditation for as long as you really need it to be. At 0 degrees, I really just use it, as long as you can do it. If you're a beginner, it's 1 minute. It could be 2 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes, go to 11 minutes, then go to 30 or 31 minutes. Okay, and that's based on Kundalini yoga, Kriya yoga, just meditation in general. Okay, you can keep it at even numbers, but usually Kundalini they do like 11 and 31 and then like an hour. So it's in Cancer. That January 10th full moon is in Cancer, and that Cancer energy is always about compassion. So you can always make that moon about compassion for yourself, and there's more to it, so I have to look at the planetary locations when I do that particular video. January 24th is a new moon at 13:41, so that's at 1:41 p.m. and it's 4 degrees 21 minutes. So 21 minutes of meditation in Aquarius. You can think about it's a great way of expanding your mind. It's kind of like Pisces to me, but the Aquarian mind is very creative, and it's more like opening your mind to things that if you're filled with a lot of hate and resentment over things that really have nothing to do with you, it's a great way of reprogramming your mind. Or if you have limiting thoughts, it's a great moon, especially it's a new moon, to really let go and reprogram your mind so that you're not filled with anger that is really unnecessary. Okay, planetary movements. Saturn and Pluto has this conjunction on January 20th for 34 years. This lasts. Another big planetary movement is Jupiter and Pluto starting on July 31st. This lasts for 12 years. So I may make videos on these. I'll see, because I have a lot going on. But Jupiter and Saturn, November 2nd, this lasts for 20 years. I like the planetary meditation. If you're into that, if you like tarot, then you can use it to focus on different emotional issues or way of focusing your mind to accomplish goals, or also for healing. So you can use it in different ways. So I'll make videos focusing on that. All right, so let me pull a regular reading for you, and then I'll lay the cards out for each month, what you can look for. The Aries video I just did, it was longer, which is fine. So I'll get to it. So Earth sign, Taurus, January 2020. These cards just want to go. It's like whatever with the shuffling. Move these over. I'm always like, I need space. 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to use 11 cards. When a girlfriend and I would read, I usually did 10, but then she's like, no, we do 11. Let's do 11. All right. So Taurus, it's all about your work and things coming in for you. So really think out of the box. Really trust yourself and be creative, and know that you're putting in all the work, but know that timing is so important. So sometimes it's not the right time to do something just because you feel that you need to do it or you're eager to do it. You really have to trust divine timing. And this is so perfect with New Year's coming up, because January 1st is the calendar New Year, but it's not the solar and body alignment New Year. Okay, if that makes sense. So I have to make a video on that. So obviously he's, springtime, summertime, harvesting, it's the time of plentifulness. Okay, and you don't feel plentiful when the land is barren and it's cold, right? So you want to know that you have to trust timing. Okay, and January 10th is going to be that wolf moon. Okay, I think it's a wolf moon. Yes. So it's still in that time of needing to grow, needing to feel like things need to, pop off, but it won't. Okay, and the most important thing is kind of like money, my time, my money, my time. All right, so the most important thing for you guys to really have a good handle on, no matter what your financial status is your money and your time. Okay, your money and your time, and then who's getting that? Who's getting, most of your time and your energy? Really important. Okay, that's like for the future. But okay, but it's decision making actually. Okay, so it's these two cards are the first. Okay, not the it's the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is saying timing, just like this card is about timing. It's about you choosing which path you want to go, and it's glaring, so I want you guys to see it. It's choosing what path you need to go. So trust yourself and trust the timing. All right, for you guys in the past or in the back of your mind, it's really thinking about your own personal power and really wanting control of your situation and really want to know the outcomes of things. But the main thing to do is to trust, maybe even meditate, relax, and not allow yourself to get stressed out about things that you really can't control. And like we were talking about, being mindful of your money, but your successes. So I feel like a lot of you may not feel appreciated, and you tend to feel that because it's usually you are appreciated, but sometimes you could be overlooked. But your greatness is there, and it's also, I feel like you don't celebrate yourself enough, or big yourself up enough, and there's a way of giving yourself props without being conceited. And I've noticed that some of the Taurus people I've seen, even if I don't know them, they're shining light on themselves, and you freaking need to do that. So I think if any card that I put up so far, before I do your monthly with readings with a card, I really feel like the Nine of Cups is like showing off your resume, showing off your greatness. Okay, so just know that things are what they seem. Okay, someone said to me, um, nine out of 10 of our perception is real. Okay, so 9% of it, if it's 9 out of 10, it's real. So really trust your intuition this year. Some of you may be given birth, like literally something new and great coming into your life, or a child. Okay, but something great coming into your life. For some of you, I really feel like it's self-esteem. It's your energy. Okay, it's how you feel about yourself. This year, a lot of you, start feeling good about yourself. I feel like, yes, some of you will be given birth to something or someone. Okay, and that Venus energy. And if you have if you're Taurus with a strong Venus connection, and you feel that, then really work with that this year. A lot of self-love, a lot of resilience. Some of you, if you're helping others too much, or if you're overdoing too much, even for yourself, you need to definitely hold back on that as well. I feel like for some of you is to know where you're going and know where you want to go. Okay, that's what I really feel. Know where you're going, know where you want to go, and redefining things for yourself. And getting the knowledge, the more information that you need, and really thinking outside the box and being creative. And whatever you're doing, you can be very strong and masculine in your own way, but also being very compassionate about what it is you're doing. I'm trying to think. with the camera. I'm like, do I go this way? No, I go this way. So, doing this for many years, but still. But it's like really doing things with compassion for yourself, but still being strong. And I feel like if anyone's telling you, oh, you're too strong or you're too whatever, whatever, you gotta cut people out of your life slowly over the next 3 months, January, February, March. Okay, cutting people out of your life. So then by end of March, by April, you feel refreshed. So there's no need to rush into January 1st. I gotta get everything right. It's not astrologically aligned. Okay, so really take that to heart. Really important. I need to get me some January, I need to get like a spread of the months here, because pulling the cards and then trying to think, what month am I on? Because I'm like pulling the information is coming to me, and then to remember what month, I'm like, what? So I'm gonna have to make something. I'm definitely gonna make something. I have an artist at hand, and I'm gonna see if I can get something printed out. I love to create, so I think I'm gonna create something. And when you don't draw, or make that your practice, I just get amazed at what other artists can do. There's many forms of art, so I just get amazed by it all. Okay, so Taurus, we're gonna lay out your 12 months. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Well, hot dog. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do it like this. That way I don't have to think about it. June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. So lay out 12 cards. Perfect. Okay. So January, it's all about you really focusing on the detail of your work and really presenting it, having confidence, showing it off. Okay. And I didn't say this at the beginning. So this is for Taurus, rising, birth sign, north node. Okay. So if some of this apply to you, great. Just take notes. I always say that when I read for people. So this is about really showing off your work, maybe some of you getting a new job, and being able to really work in the field that you really want to work in. The Devil card, overcoming any addiction, also treating people the way that they treat you. If you're being too nice to someone, it's time for you to just bring out the claws in a way where it's really shutting them down, and really using discernment for that particular situation. There's just the right amount of salt or the right amount of pepper, like really getting a strong hold of whatever is your weakness. And sometimes it could be ignoring or really just nipping something. So March is about moving or going somewhere or making plans, having a backup plan, sharing an idea only with someone that is really going to be beneficial, to you, or just going after that plan that you want. April is about not really feeling as connected as you should. So really using April to really refresh and to feel new again. Okay. The Ace of Cups reverse. So it's really, and even letting go of a way that you think, to welcoming something that is more beneficial to you, that is actually real. May is about you making something out of nothing that is going to just grow for you. Really believing in yourself. Really allowing yourself to thrive. It's all about thriving. It's that energy of making things possible and doing it in a feminine way. Doing it, you can win with masculine and feminine energies. All about how you apply it, how you use it, what you're doing with it. June is the Magician. I love. Okay, so this is about finding your personal power. For some of you, it's actually starting a spiritual journey that you have no idea that you were interested in, really tapping into your own power and realizing it and just kicking butt. Okay, very powerful. It's a powerful realization of self. Okay. July is a celebration. It's a wedding. It's actually getting over a fear that you might have had. It's creating a safe space for yourself, or creating some kind of fun space for yourself and others. So this could be a really beautiful month for you of learning and growing and celebrating. Like I said, a wedding. It could just be feeling comfortable where you are, a new location. So August is definitely a celebration, overcoming something, a personal victory, a personal goal, something that you can celebrate in August. All right. It's a time of really, and also reflecting on the strength it took for you. I really feel like it's coming from that hermit energy, and really applying it to your life. And I think that's beautiful. Now, September is also about getting over fears and realizing that maybe you're the only one in your way. So maybe after a big celebration, reality might hit you even harder, and for others, it might be letting negative people and things get to you, but just realizing that you have the power to really let go of any emotional or mental blockages. Okay, October, September, actually. October, November, December. So October is about cutting out a new path for you, a new path for yourself. Okay, Page of Wands. So and your words are powerful too. So using your words, the strength of your words can really help. So October, think about October and what's going on in October. Maybe how you could use a full moon, the new moons. It's a lot of fire and a lot of energy. So really using that to set a new path for yourself in November. All right. In October. November could be jealousy, conflicts, challenges. Eight of Wands. It's really maybe seeing the true nature of someone in your life. People change, situations change, and usually sometimes people can't move with everyone. So there could be some issues there in November. December could be some issues about money. So make sure that in the beginning of the year you're really clear in any kind of conversations or with family, friends, contracts, any loaning money, anything that you do with a friend or, and I always tell people this, if you're going to lend them the amount of money, make sure that it's something that if they pay me back, oh well, whatever. But if you're not whatever, then you need to have it legally documented. Because, if they can't get it at the loan place, then they're going to come to you. So you have to protect yourself as well. Else it's just a losing battle. And it's usually the kind-hearted people that don't want to do things like contracts and stuff like that. But, going off of word of mouth, it's just not the way to do it. Not the way to do it at all. It's like it's better to be a friend to yourself than a friend to that person, and you can do them simultaneously at the same time, but protecting yourself that way. So I feel that the most important thing is always looking at the last card if we're going by this the January through December calendar. So the negative of this is, like I said, how I interpret it as being careful of how you're lending money, but also, if someone does need help, on the other hand, another situation could be really being there for someone that really needs it. But like I said, set it up so that they definitely have to, make contact with you and pay you back. All right. So, yeah, that's it. So happy 2020. If you haven't checked out and find what year you were born in and see what your Chinese zodiac is, definitely check that out. It's another little, information to jot down and really look at your, spiritually, if you're going to, have readings and stuff like that, you're going to have your calendar book. I didn't bring mine in here. I'll grab it for the next videos. But you have your calendar book, and you can write out the new moon and the full moon, and then, you know, look to see when you were born. You can go on a calendar, and I think this is what I want to tell everyone, and I need to make a separate video about this, is to calendar birth. I'm going to put it like that, and I'll try to remember. I don't know what I'm going to name that video, but look at the day you were born. You can look on the calendar, and then, you know, you do your birth chart, and you're like, oh, I was born on a Wednesday, at this location. But were you born on a new moon? You know, so look on. There's one that's called AstroSeek, and there's Cafe Astrology. Cafe. I know what it is. I can't think of it. Cafe Astrology. Why am I like that? Cafe Astrology, yeah. And then see, were you born on a first quarter moon, a last quarter moon, a new moon, a full moon? Like, really know what the moon was when you were born, because on every month of that day could be your special day, as well as the week of the day that you were born. So I've always known that one since I was a kid. Like, the day, I was always interested, what was the day that I was born? What was that actual day? And then, you know, and then when I found it out, I'm like, yeah, I've always felt connected to that day. I've always felt connected to a Monday or a Tuesday, whatever the day was, right? I've always felt connected to that day. And then some of you might feel connected to the day right before the day you were born. If you're born on a Tuesday, you might feel especially connected to a Monday and a Tuesday. So it's that energy, that overlapping energy. And you can see what the readings say for you for the Chinese zodiac animal, your Western astrology or Vedic, you know, combination of both, and see what it's like, and then see what your goals are, and then try to do it, line it up with the Mercury retrograde, so that you're not, you know, just see how you can line it up. And, you know, as a test, like, you know, if you're not spiritually connected, how does your year go by? There's no real, like, strong, solid, you know, affirmation for yourself, where you're not, you know, being a sheep to someone else, or just not being good enough to yourself. Does that make sense, right? So having that calendar, having a spiritual calendar, is really helpful to have. And I think it's a real necessity, because you can see, okay, when is my sign? I'll make another video on it. So it's just really being connected to yourself. Okay, so for you guys, I want to say the Magician, but I'm going to watch the video over again and see what card will be the main focus card that you'll see up on the screen. But that's like a powerful card for you for the year, okay? And especially if I got the card twice, with your first reading and the monthly cards, okay? So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful January. Happy New Year, and happy spring when it comes, because, you know, remember, January, February, March, the goals will slowly happen, okay? But the real energy change, and I've said it before in the past in my other video, is by March and April. All right, that's when you'll really see the big change, but you can definitely progress towards that. All right, no stress. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.